All right, let's get into a play that asks a question we've all probably wondered at some point. What if you could actually see your future? Today we're diving into Tom Erb's Lucy's Chance Encounter. It's this really surreal journey that all happens in one single night at the Tampa Riverwalk, a night that's going to change absolutely everything for our main character.
And that quote, man, it just nails the whole vibe of the play. We're about to meet a woman who is standing at a major crossroads, where every single choice she makes could send her life spinning off into a completely different direction. It's a story all about the clash between our dreams, our personal beliefs, and, well, the world around us.
So this is the question that really drives this whole thing, isn't it? I mean, just imagine for a second. What if you could see exactly what would happen if you took that new job, or if you ended that relationship? Would you change your mind? Or would you try to outsmart what's coming? This play drops us right into the middle of that exact dilemma.
Okay, so let's zoom in on the woman at the center of this storm. Her name is Lucy, she's a fashion designer, and she has this huge heart and even bigger dreams. But as we're about to see, all that passion is about to be put to the ultimate test.
You gotta understand, Lucy isn't just designing clothes, she's a total idealist. She poured every ounce of her being into her Feed the World project, really hoping to make a difference through her art. But that ambition, it's starting to weigh her down, a lot. Her relationship with her partner, Max, is getting pretty rocky, and the project she once loved now just feels like it's trapping her.
And this is where it gets really complicated, because Lucy's fighting a battle on two fronts here. On the professional side, she feels like Max is just hijacking her project, turning her art into a product. But there's this deeper, much more personal conflict going on, her refusal to get vaccinated. For Lucy, this is all about control, about her personal freedom. But for Max, he's just worried sick about her health, and neither of them is willing to budge.
So right at this low point, when she's on the Riverwalk, feeling totally cornered and lost, something really, really strange happens. She meets someone, or maybe something, that's about to flip her entire world upside down. This is where the story really takes a hard turn into the surreal.
The stranger drops this fascinating concept on her: kaleidoscope eyes. It's this idea that Lucy can suddenly see the world in a completely new, kind of psychedelic way, a world of tangerine trees and marmalade skies. It's like her reality has been completely shattered, and now she's seeing everything in a brand new light.
And this stranger, they're not exactly straightforward, you know? They're the super mysterious figure, speaking in riddles that honestly sound like they were pulled straight out of a Beatles song. This is not the kind of guide who's going to give Lucy any easy answers. Nope. They're here to lead her down the rabbit hole of her own mind.
Now, what's really important to get is that the stranger isn't some hero here to save the day. They're here to show her the consequences, plain and simple. They invite her to look into this river of sound, a place where she can literally see all the different paths her life could go down.
And you can imagine what Lucy sees in that river. It's everything. It's terrifying, it's beautiful, and it's utterly, completely life-changing. She is shown 3 possible futures, and each one is a direct reflection of the choices she's on the verge of making.
I mean, talk about high stakes, right? In one future, she's a global success story. In another, she's completely forgotten, a total failure. And in the third, well, in the third one, she's not there at all.
Okay, so vision number 1. On the surface, it looks like she won the lottery. Feed the World is a huge global sensation, but the victory feels hollow. Her art, her passion, it's become a brand, a corporate machine. And deep down, she knows she's lost the very soul of what made it special in the first place.
Then comes the second vision, and wow, it's basically her worst nightmare come to life. Lucy is totally alone. Her dreams are just in ruins, the world has completely moved on, and she's left with nothing but old newspaper clippings of Max's success, a constant, painful reminder of the life she could have had.
But it's the third vision. That's the one that really hits you in the gut. She sees her own funeral. And this isn't just some random possibility. The play makes a direct line from her personal health choices to this fatal outcome. She even hears Max grieving, saying, if only she had listened, the exact words from their fight. Suddenly, the stakes are literally life and death.
So after seeing all of that, the triumph, the failure, and the final tragic consequence, Lucy is just at a breaking point. She has seen the absolute best and the absolute worst of what her life could be, and now she has to choose. This is a choice that will define everything.
And this right here, this is the turning point. This is the moment she's reborn, in a way.
She's not giving up on her dream, but she's not going to let it destroy her either. She is choosing to face the world with her eyes wide open, ready to find a totally new way forward.
The stranger's parting gift, if you will, is this really powerful metaphor of the river of life. The idea is that the current is always moving, things are always happening, but we have the power to steer our own boat. Lucy's future isn't some fixed point, it's up to her to navigate it.
So after all that, what does she actually do? Well, what's so great is that she doesn't just pick one of the futures she saw. Instead, she forges a new one entirely. She decides to fix things with Max, but as an equal partner this time. She goes back to the real core mission of her project, and she decides to use those wild, psychedelic visions in her art, creating something that balances her dreams with reality.
You know, when you step back from it, Lucy's journey is really more than just a story about one person. It's kind of a mirror, reflecting some of the biggest questions we all face in our own lives. The play leaves you with some really powerful stuff to chew on long after it's over.
It really gets you thinking about the weight of your own choices, right? And that tricky balance between what you want, your personal freedom, and your connections to other people. It reminds us that how we see the world literally has the power to change our world. And maybe most importantly, it shows us that art can be so much more than just something pretty to look at. It can be a real force for change.
And I think this last line from The Stranger just sums it all up so perfectly. It's this beautiful idea that we aren't just passengers getting swept along by life. We are the ones navigating. We are the creators of our own journey, of our own reality. We are the dreamer and the dream.
Which, of course, brings it all back to you. The play ends, but that question just hangs in the air. If you could see all the paths your life could take, all the possibilities, what would you do with that knowledge? Would you change your course? Or would you just embrace the journey, knowing that you're the one steering the boat? It's definitely something to think about.